Okay, I'm going to cover dashboards and prompts. I think this is probably true for a lot of us. We have a lot of PowerPoint slides that you can look at later, but we'll just be doing live demos. How many people have heard talk of dashboards and analytics? Okay, several people. Basically what it means is that it's a place to group a bunch of analyses together in one place, so you don't have to open up each one separately. Just get a nice quick view. And they're actually quite easy to create. So I'm just going to new dashboard. And right from the get-go, they're asking you to give it a name. Let's see. Okay, and they ask you to choose where to save it. I don't like any of these options because I want it to go into our little workshop shared folder. So I'm choosing Community, Reports, Consortia, CTW, and as you probably noticed for today, we have a folder specifically for this training. Since I'm doing it, I'm going to put it in my folder. Okay. Now, this little warning that comes up, it's not a problem. Xlibris creates some default folders for dashboards, and they usually have that little folder symbol, but also a little extra something on the icon I can show you. If anything's saved in one of those defaults, you'll have it in your personal reports and then in your institution reports. It means that it shows up. We can't really read this right now, but on your menu at the top, there's one to open up dashboards quickly. It would show up there. This one, because we're putting it in some kind of obscure folder, will not show up there, but we can still get to it. Okay, we have a blank screen. Just like you can drag over different fields, and here you drag over objects and actual analyses. And if you start with an analysis, it creates some of the sort of section dividers. So again, I'm finding some analyses that I already have created just to save time. Oops. Again, going into CTW, our analytics stuff. And I have 5 different, and of course I can't quite read them here. So I'm going to drag in a couple, and you can't really see how they're going to work. I want to do, okay. Your basic formatting options here are sort of space defining options. You have columns and sections. Now when I just dragged things over, it automatically created some of these for me, but you can choose to create them yourself. So I'm going to drag over a column, and it sort of tells you where it's going to go. A column doesn't necessarily have to be side by side. It could be above or below. In this case, I am going to put it side by side. And actually, I want to move this one over. Whoops, where did it go? Oh, it just did this to me just now. I don't know why it's not letting me do side by side today. That's so weird. Anyway, you can play around more with how things display. You can also add a text box. And actually, I want it to be, oh, it's another strange thing. So some things you can't add without there already being a section. So I could have it within one of these sections, but I want it to sort of apply to the whole dashboard. So I need to create a column first. So, and then the text is going to go in it. And then I can just give it whatever text I want. So okay. If you want to preview it, you can. If you know HTML coding, you can do that. We're going to save it, and you can preview it. That's what it looks like. I wonder if that side-by-side thing had to do with just the space of this screen and having increased the size. That could have been it. Oh, yeah, that could have been. Wait, I'm going to do? And that's still not, it's fun. It's not working here, but it looks the way we want it to, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. You can play around with moving things around. Okay, so that's the preview. You also can have multiple pages, so it's just like tabs on an Excel sheet or something like that. To add an extra page, there's this little plus sign right here. And again, these are reports that I already made just to save time. Whoops, and of course now I can't see them again. Okay, so I'm just to go quickly, I'm not going to worry about how they're just, oriented on the page. I'm going to save it, preview it. What? Why didn't this work? I don't want to go in and edit them right. So they're graphs, but I'm not sure why they're, oh, maybe because in Trinity, we're in Trinity's instance right now.
Yeah.
So it
You
might.
filter specific to
I did.
Wesleyan? Okay.
Yes, that's why. Okay. But you can have graphs. Now you notice this first tab still says page 1, which is not that helpful. So you can edit text. Right here there's some tools, dashboard properties, and here you can edit the names of all of your pages. So I'm going to do that right now. Okay. I have a sinking feeling. Yes. Okay. Just because we've expanded the font size or the view size, things are hard to get to. Okay. So this preview, so this is interesting. Preview button only lets you look at one of those pages at once. There's no way to navigate between the tabs. So to really see what this is going to look like, you actually hit run. Let me make sure I've saved everything. And then this is what it really, this is essentially the same as open for a report. So we have our 2 tabs, including, oh, I think it's, again, because of the data being kind of wonky. So you can go back and forth. You can see lots of, so it's just a great way to get a big picture of multiple reports at once. And I think when Joe is talking later, he'll talk about how to get this into Alma so that you can get to it a lot faster than opening analytics and navigating to the right folder and finding it.